So y'all might have seen the TikToks I made with Caitlynn and Tyler from Teen Mom. And the comments, half of them are completely atrocious and what I expected. And I just wanted to share another side of this. The reason why I do this work as an adoptee and adoption educator, and the reason why I was so happy to sit with Caitlynn and Tyler and talk about the nuances of adoption. And that's because of this. If you see all these comments that I'm going to put up on the screen, these are from adoptees, birth parents, adopted parents. These are from a bunch of different people in the constellation who are finally hearing voices that are supporting more than just one narrative in the adoption community. And that typically is the happily ever after adoption story, where many adoptees and many foster youth are taught, many adoptees and many foster youth are pressured into saying how grateful they are, constantly showing reassurance to how beautiful adoption is. And what's beautiful about adoption is that we each have our own unique stories and our own unique feelings about it. And so these TikToks were meant to showcase the importance of community in adoption, the importance of dialogue between an adoptee and adopted, between an adoptee, between a birth father, between a birth mother, and how we need to keep moving forward and get comfortable being uncomfortable so we can have important conversations, so we can advocate for all adoptee voices, but in particular the ones who have been ignored and pushed aside for many, many years. Now, I know that there are some adoptees that feel very upset by this content, and that is totally valid. You know, you're allowed to feel what you want to feel. But the thing is, on this platform, I am raising the voices of all adoptees. So we're talking about the good, the bad, the complicated, we're talking about all the nooks and crannies when it comes to adoption. And we're not shying away from these tough topics, because the only way that we can move forward and help provide better resources and protection and education for adoptive families to support the children in their care is by acknowledging where there are struggles, acknowledging where adoptees are feeling uncomfortable in their homes, that are feeling pressured and whatnot. And so I just wanted to celebrate this moment where I got to speak to two birth parents that are doing the work. And this is the cause and effect of that we are helping people. And while there are cranky people who are very loud, there are many that are there or in the background who are finally being seen. And adoptees are 4 times more likely to attempt to unalive themselves, to suffer from mental illnesses. Birth parents are at risk for depression and suicide and things like that. And these are things that get pushed aside because we're just taught, like, oh, we just need to save the baby. And it's not that simple. And so conversations between different people in the community are essential, and it's actually a really powerful thing that Caitlynn and Tyler are using their platform to advocate and to elevate other adoptee voices. And there are a wide array of adoptee voices that they had there, and different professionals and researchers. So I'm excited for their new episodes that will be coming soon, and I'll definitely share the link to mine once it's up. But if you're new to my page, welcome. I hope you sit down and listen and get comfortable being uncomfortable, because the only way we'll make enough progress in this world is by acknowledging the mistakes and the flaws in the adoption system, and acknowledging that adoptive parents aren't perfect, and stop holding them on a pedestal, because they can make mistakes too, and that's okay. What's not okay is pretending that nothing bad happens in adoption and that nothing needs to be fixed, because at the end of the day, that's only hurting those most vulnerable, and that's the kids.
Hi, if you're new here, my name is Melissa Guida-Richards, and I'm an adoptee and adoption educator, and I create content to help support adoptees and foster youth. And I also help adoptive parents and professionals prioritize ethical, trauma-informed, child-centered practices. So make sure you're following me here on this page and there if you care about child welfare.